Hello, beautiful souls. This is Shaman Durek, and I'm super happy to be here with all of you. It's such a beautiful and wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're celebrating your life every single day. It's an honor just to give you some updates so that you know. Please, when you are taking a look at some of the posts that I've been putting up here on Instagram, please do either leave a heart or leave a comment. It really helps our community grow. And as I'm creating these contents for you to keep lit and stay in your power and honor yourself, it's important that you also meet me halfway by at least showing up so that we can build the community even stronger. So please do just drop a heart or, just a word, or if you want to write something, that's great. But it would do really great because a lot of the stuff that I'm putting up can also reach a lot of people, but it needs more comments in order to be able to do so and more interaction. And so therefore that will make it possible for us to build our community even stronger with more lit leaders who are out there, don't even know we exist. And we want them to know we exist. And we want them to know they have a beautiful family that loves them. And we want them to know how powerful they are. And we want them to know what a gift they are to this planet. And so in order to do that, I need your support. So please meet me halfway. Other than that, we have amazing webinars coming up. We have the Divine Feminine. If you haven't taken any of the Divine Feminine webinars, oh my goodness, you're missing out because it's a huge part of you being in your power and absolutely connecting into that divine feminine, which doesn't have guilt for being who it is, and it doesn't feel fear for saying the truth, and it doesn't hold itself back because it's afraid of what someone might say, and it doesn't stay stuck in the past because of things that have happened to you. When you actually tap into your divine feminine, you're tapping into the unknown, you're tapping into the oracle of divinity, the divine mother. And that energy connects with nature, it connects with the power in the intuition, it connects with so many things. And so if you haven't taken that webinar, it is really something powerful. Someone says here, I bought the teas and oils. Yay! I've also put on some lovely, beautiful recipes that I've cooked up. So we have some really lovely recipes. If you haven't tried the soup that I put there, you should try the soup. You can see that on my page on Instagram, and also some of the powerful elixirs and drinks that are really powerful for shifting your energy and raising your vibrational template. So that's really important as well too. Also, I want to draw attention. A lot of people have been watching me post a lot of videos on stories about women and women's voices. And as you know, it's really important for us to lift women's voices in any which way we can. And so this is really about honoring the divine mother right now, because the distorted masculine on the planet is so doing its last stand on humanity and creating disruption without going to divine feminine and asking for guidance on what to create and what to build and how to respond to the people. Right. And so right now we have to be stewards of the divine feminine. And that means that anyone who's ever puts down women or says anything rude about the divine feminine, we need to stand up and say, no, I'm sorry. That's not okay. Not anymore, not ever, because we have had enough of this suppression, right? The suppression of the divine feminine limits the divine masculine from integrating itself into synergy and creating a powerful energy of oneness. And that oneness helps us to be able to access information in the right way. That means when we build something, we don't just build it because we build it with the guidance of the divine mother, who sees how it will affect everyone on the planet. And then we decide if it's worth to be built or not. And that goes for everything. If the divine feminine was giving information to the divine masculine, or to the masculine that hasn't been in alignment and was operating into the divine masculine, we wouldn't have bombs or guns or things on our planet that would hurt us. We would actually create things that create harmony and balance. So very important for us to really honor the divine feminine at this time, and to really take that appreciation in self of like knowing how powerful it is to be in that space of honoring the divine feminine within you. So if you haven't taken that course and you haven't been able to tap into that powerful wellspring of knowing inside of you. It's important that we have a new webinar coming up. You can see it on my page as well. We have great stuff. And also, if you haven't done the choose one, please do the choose ones. It gives you little mini readings to tell you, to help you continue on your path and really help you to explore. You can also find that on my page on Instagram. And I'll be doing more really fun stuff. That I've had an amazing meeting today where I'm creating some more yummy stuff for us to have to really take us to the next level. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so I want to be here for all of you. So I want to see who wants to go live with me. Who wants to go live? I'm excited. You chose the route this week. Oh, that's fun. That's wonderful. Hi, Shaman Durek. I was on your last live, but it cut short. Can we? Oh, yes, of course. Let's do that. Let's do. I remember it was cut short because I think your thing went out. So hopefully you have a stronger connection time.
Hello.
Right? Because last time it went out because your connection went out.
No, it was because I was in the car and it was really hot that day, so my phone overheated and then it just cut off. Nah.
I
Yeah.
remember I tried to get you back on the live, but we couldn't find a way to get you back on. So it's we reached out right now so we can have you back on. It's great to see you again.
I know, it's so great to see you too. I'm a little nervous, but I'm very excited as well.
Oh, don't be nervous with me. I no judgment, and I'm here to hold space for your divine intelligence. So there's nothing to be. I am the most comfortable, easy person to not be nervous with.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. But on the last live, I was talking about how I can't fall asleep without this medication that I'm taking, and it was because like I was having this fear of like the world ending and everything.
Talked about that. I remember everything we talked about, just so you know.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I remember we were doing um the activations or
Yeah, we did the act.
Mhm.
How did you feel afterwards?
I definitely felt like lighter, and I also was feeling well, just happy in general, like about the whole situation. But I definitely did feel lighter. Um, but yeah, I feel like sometimes for me it's hard to like.
Let's change those
Oh,
words.
right.
Let's go with the sentence again. Be careful. Every word you say has a code that locks a door and pulls spirits from that door, depending upon what you say. So we're not gonna, if you're gonna say, like, let me give you an example. Like if I said, my life is very hard, but then I'm gonna say, however, new opportunities are showing up to take me out of that hardness and bring me into a higher level of consciousness. I'm not going to put a period ever behind a statement that doesn't lift me.
Right, right. So what I want to say is that um I feel like
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna tap into because yeah, I just move this along. So let me go into your spirit for a second. I was tap in 1 second and just hear what your spirit has to say to me. I feel exhausted because I feel like I have to meet so many people's ideas of what they expect me to be, and I've been shape shifting most of my life. Oh, that's interesting about you. Fascinating.
that's right.
Through that shape shifting, it causes me stress because sometimes I forget who I am, and then I start taking on other people's stuff, and I start thinking that's my stuff, and then I start trying to work through it, and then I realize it's not my stuff, and then I get frustrated because then I keep saying, why am I sabotaging myself when I don't really have to? And it's been causing a lot of stress in my upper chest because I've been feeling so much pressure inside, Shaman Durek, and I realized that in order for me to move forward, I have to step more into my truth without feeling I'm letting people down or making them upset. Fascinating, these things you feel, my dear.
Definitely.
The reason why I've been having difficulty sleeping is, of course, we talked about that Shaman Durek was about you explaining to me about my fear of death, but really what it comes down to is this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of separation that I've been holding on to for some time. And I feel like right now, by being here with you, I'm able to start letting it go. I'm clearing it out of my body right now through deep breaths, and I'm clearing it out of my system because I've been holding on to it and it's been sitting in my gut and it doesn't feel good anymore.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see that for sure. It's with my relationship and um also with my sleep, I feel definitely like it's very scary because I always think about like what if.
Yeah, and what if is telling you what if? Why are you go why if you're gonna use a what if, why not use a what if that ends with an amazing story at the end?
Right, definitely. I should. Yeah, I know. I was reading your book too before, but then I got into my relationship, so kind of been more focused on that and stuff.
Let
So.
The way I feel about my relationship is I feel like I have to give a lot of my energy and time to making sure that the person has everything that they need. And sometimes I forget about myself. I feel like I have to really step into more of grounding myself in what makes me happy instead of wondering if I'm doing enough to make the other person happy so they don't leave me. That's interesting. That's not a good feeling, darling, that I'm reading from your file.
Yeah, yeah, it's so I just like blame myself for a lot of like
Yeah.
the.
I just, your spirit just communicated through my body that.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, let's see. One of the reasons why I blame myself is because I feel like I have to fix everything to make everyone comfortable. Because once everyone gets comfortable, then I feel safe. And then if I feel safe, then I can start focusing on me. And it's always been this way since I was young because I always felt like everyone was always upset. And I didn't understand why they were upset. And it made me feel so unsafe that I felt like I had to constantly be there for everything outside of me that I never could ever get back to myself.
Yeah, definitely I felt like something like in my throat, like tension or something after you said that for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely in your throat to see how you're scratching your throat and your face and things like that, right? That's your throat chakra. That's the part of your being that feels like it didn't feel safe to speak its truth because everyone around you was so busy taking the energy of the space, right? And that happens a lot. Will take dominant roles in families and you have to be like succumbing to those dominant roles. So what I'm right now is you're just going to stare at me. I'm just going to talk through your spirit and have your spirit start clearing these energies out of your system. I'm releasing so much out of my mouth right now. I can feel all of it coming up from my body. I've been holding on to so much because I'm overthinking everything and I'm always thinking and always thinking. And right now I'm purging my mind from all that thinking that's making me want to just take deeper breaths and yawn out all this poison that I'm doing right now. And I can feel the part of my being, the spirit that's been trying to stop me from releasing these poisons because it's trying to make me just stay in that circle and in that hamster wheel and keep me in that loop. And I'm releasing that spirit to the light right now and sending it into the light and letting the divine love of Mother, Father, God to fill up that spirit and bring it back into its original form. This is making it easier for me to release these poisons out of my mouth and throat. I can feel my breath increasing right now as this spirit is heading into the light. I can feel it pull that its restraint on me is lifting, and now I can start releasing more out of my mouth. I can feel my body completely clearing this out of my throat and out of my mouth. I can feel my breath getting deeper and deeper, and I can feel so much coming out right now. It's so intense.
Yeah, my chest is like it's like so
Get
much tension.
so stronger and stronger, and I can feel my whole body expanding right now, Shaman Durek. It's so powerful, this energy that spirit is bringing into me right now. I can feel all the elders surrounding me right now and releasing this poison out of my mouth. I've been holding so much pressure inside around my organs in my chest, around my lungs and my heart, my large and small intestine, my liver, my spleen, my kidneys, all through my back. I've been holding pressure all the time because I'm always feeling like I'm walking on eggshells, like I'm always having to meet everyone's emotions. And what if I do one thing wrong? Or what if I don't do the right thing today? Does that mean everything is going to fall apart? And I go into these fears and overthinking, and that's why I'm releasing so much out of my mouth right now because I just can't hold on to this stuff anymore. Good. And as we tap into your system, we accelerating the energies out of the mouth right now, increasing. I'm increasing so much out of my mouth right now. It's really intense, but it's coming out and I can't stop it. I can feel the part of my being that says, what if I honor my truth? What if I really live in alignment with myself and put myself first? Will I lose a lot of people in my life? Will I actually lose so much in my life? Or because that fear has been keeping me stuck and I'm releasing that now out of my breath. I'm now yawning these poisons out of my mouth, which is releasing all the tension around my organs that I've been holding on to for so long. I can't stop yawning this poison out of my mouth. It's so intense, Shaman Durek. Oh my God, I can feel the powerful Palladians moving through my spine right now. They're clearing out so much poison energy out of me. I've been holding on to so much because I'm so afraid to make mistakes. I'm so afraid to let people down that it just sits with me so much and it keeps me up at night because my mind just keeps going and going and going. And that's why I'm yawning so much right now. And I can't stop yawning it out. I can feel the entity that's trying to stop me right now, Shaman Durek. I can feel the entity from the underworld that is trying to get involved, that's trying to stop me. It's trying to tell me that I'm safer by holding on to everything than letting it go. But I know it's not true, and that's why I'm releasing even more out of my mouth. It's getting so strong that the divine feminine inside of me is reclaiming so much more space. It's really powerful, so amazing what's happening inside of my being right now. The divine feminine is claiming so much space, which has allowed me to release even more. My mouth is opening even wider, and I'm releasing more yawns than I've ever yawned in my life. Don't cover the mouth. Just let your body's natural process move through as your spirit is communicating to me through my body and my vessel and communicating to me all your stuff as your body is releasing it. I'm yawning so much is coming out of my system. I feel like I'm purging years and years and years of this guilt and feeling that I have to meet all these people's expectations in order to be worthy of love. When I know that's not true, but sometimes I fall into that trap because I just get fearful that I'm just not making everyone happy. And I know that I'm changing that right now, but that's what's coming out of my body right now is all that fear that I've been carrying inside. I've been carrying so much fear inside of my body that I can't stop yawning it out. It's coming one after another. And it's getting so strong. It's getting so intensely strong, Shaman Durek. I'm now shifting the energies in my consciousness, the places where I'm very stubborn. I'm now shifting those energies and clearing them now with more pure white light and more divine energies coming into my body directly from Mother and Father God. I can feel the love penetrating my body. I can feel it going in the places that I don't even want it to go because I'm scared that I don't deserve it. And I'm releasing that out now too. More poison is coming out through yawns. My whole body is going through a clearing and a metamorphosis of change. It is so necessary that I'm releasing these poisons out. I can feel more of God's love coming into my body. It's so intense. It's so powerful. Oh my God, Shaman Durek, it's pouring into the top of my head. I feel a little bit dizzy and nauseous at the same time as this poison is coming out of my body. So much is coming out of me. I can't even stop it. I could feel it in my chest and in my stomach. It's coming out. My yawns are getting deeper and deeper. And now I'm releasing more than I've ever released out of my mouth in my life. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of being afraid of other people's energies and emotions. Tired of being afraid that I'm going to let people down and they're not going to like me. I care too much of what people think, and I don't want to feel that way anymore, Shaman Durek. It's just emotions that are coming up inside of me. I don't need to push them away anymore. I've been sad for such a long time, and I've been masking it and constantly trying to hide it and wondering why I feel so much anxiety sometimes. I just really scared that people are not going to like me. They're going to judge me. They're going to find something wrong that I've done or something they don't like. Why do I care so much about what people think, Shaman Durek? That's why I'm releasing these deep yawns right now, because I can't hold on to this darkness anymore. I don't want this darkness anymore. I'm letting this darkness go. It doesn't even belong to me, Shaman Durek. It belongs to my mom. Can you believe that? It belongs to my mother. I've taken on so much of my mother's imprints in my own system, and I've been playing them out inside of myself. And now I'm letting it go because I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to feel scared to be me as I want to be without thinking, oh, if I'm this way or that way, people aren't going to like me because they might think I'm weird or different or awkward, or because I'm in a relationship with someone who just always makes it about them. And then I'm afraid to really honor my truth and say the truth that, hey, this is a partnership. This is about us building something together. It is not a one-way street. It's not me running around trying to meet your needs. It's about me stepping into my power as a woman and honoring my space and your space, and you honoring your space and my space. And we do this thing together. That's where my truth lies, Shaman Durek. That's what I'm purging out of my system, is this part of me that feels like I have to step into some role of walking around everyone's feelings and emotions instead of saying my truth from a place of love. And that's why I'm yawning the biggest yawn out of my mouth right now, because I'm tired of holding on to that energy. And it's getting stronger and stronger, Shaman Durek. I can feel it coming up. It's so intense. I don't think I've yawned like this, Shaman Durek, in the longest time. My whole entire body is getting so relaxed right now. I haven't felt this relaxed in the longest time. These yawns are getting deeper and deeper, and I can feel more of them coming out one after another. I'm so happy I'm letting go of all this poison out of my body. It feels so good to yawn these yawns out and release all this toxic poison that I've been carrying inside of my emotions and in my mind and in my body. And I'm getting more and more relaxed. My body's getting more and more at ease, and it feels really, really good, Shaman Durek. And I'm so happy that I'm starting to feel this powerful energy of healing coming into my body right now. And I can feel it. It's so strong. I'm honestly feeling a different type of happiness than I have ever felt in a long time. Like everything that's happening around me and what's going on in the world and what's going on in my relationship and how I'm feeling. And now I'm actually starting to feel myself again in ways that I haven't in the longest time. And it feels so good. I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy, Shaman Durek, that you actually brought me onto this live and allowed me to speak through you so that myself could hear myself clearly without any interruptions or any parts that are trying to hold back the truth. I feel so good now. I can feel so much joy lifting up inside of my body, and I haven't felt like this in a long time. I actually feel a little bit giddy, which is really nice. I am so excited to really step into who I am in my spiritual gifts, my who I am and my natural being, which is to be fully present in my creativity and fully aware of my feelings and really not push them down anymore or hide from them and really say the truth, but say it from a place of love. But this is my truth, and I can only be truthful because that's all I have. And that's the only power source that gives me power is my truth. And I feel so good that you're helping me discover that, Shaman Durek. And then I feel so good with these spirits that are in the room with me right now. I can feel them moving energies in my body. It's so weird. It feels so good. Up here comes another yawn. I can feel it coming out of my back. I'm releasing it out of my mouth right now. It's intense. Good. Thank you for allowing me to have your spirit communicate through me. How are you feeling?
I definitely feel way different than I did when I had joined the live. My body feels like so light. Like I've never like it feels so weird. Like yeah, like I just keep like dropping my hand because it just feels so light. Like my body just feels like a huge weight has been like lifted off of my shoulders for sure. Um, but yeah, and I also keep like touching my body too. I don't know like why, especially my stomach as well.
A lot was coming out of your stomach, a lot was coming out of your
Yeah,
chest.
yeah, for sure.
That was really great to experience. When your spirit came through my body, your spirit really communicating about owning its power and speaking its truth, not being a people pleaser and doing things because it wants to, not because it has to make everyone happy. So that was really powerful that your spirit was sharing that with me and really stepping into that alignment of honoring yourself as a woman, which is so important for our planet right now, that women begin to honor themselves in that beautiful alignment so that us men can step into our feminine wisdom and then join you on this table of evolution as a synergized beings that we are creating on planet Earth through the fifth dimensional awareness. And so it's just really lovely to be able to witness your spirit coming through. And it was like, it was saying, like, it's so weird about this energy. And I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And it's so funny when the spirits like come through and like take over and communicate how all of a sudden your body starts releasing as the spirit is communicating. It's to me. So it's really nice. And also it was saying that you took in a lot of your mother's energy, saying that that was something it wanted to clear out. So that was really good that it got a chance to do so.
Yeah, that is definitely so true. I feel like recently is when I like really started noticing that like a lot of the like especially with like anger or temperament, like I feel like we like mirrored that and like that was something I really wanted to change like or to fix or not to fix to like love on myself and to like heal and
Right.
cuz yeah.
What say is the wordage that you want to claim is that I am not in competition with anyone.
Right, right. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
That's yeah, for sure.
Of competition is what played out with you and your mom with this constant like who's right, who's right, who's right, who's right. All right, baby. It's not about right. And that's the thing you're going to learn in life, in that awakening of maturity, is that it's never about who's right. It's always about what information are we sharing, and does this information lift humanity and each of us collectively and individually. And if it doesn't, then it's just not about, who cares about the information. That means the information is not qualified information, right? Because when there's all kinds of information out in the universe, and we are very aware of how the matrix operates, right? We even create, and that's even just a waste of time, right? But the energy of that course of information has to have a point that where it lifts humanity, or it clears passageways, or it brings more prosperity into people's lives, or it heals the sick, or it does something that has a valuing point that is qualifying. If it's just for the sake of being right, then it's just an ego trip. It has nothing to do with spirit whatsoever, or the divine, or the levels of enlightenment that we're able to achieve in a conversation, right? So when we realize that, it's like, am I fighting with you to be right? Or do we want to grow in some new information, that I have not been able to take in?
Right, definitely. Yeah, that's like even in my relationship as well. Like we also, yeah, that's definitely something too that you know.
And the other thing your spirit said to me was that it's really important for you to really dive into your artistic side. You have a lot of art that wants to come through, a lot of creativity that wants to come through. Stop putting it on the back burner because you get confused and you're overthinking. Your being doesn't want to overthink anymore. It's tired of the overthinking. If it's not thinking about anything that's lifting and shifting you, it's a waste of
Okay, yeah, literally like I think like a week ago or something. I was watching this video of this person or whatever, and they were talking about like do something that you love. And as soon as like immediately what I thought was like drawing, and I wanted to paint, but I felt more called to like crayons
right.
because I felt like it's just such like a fun thing. And I feel like with painting, sometimes I want to get it like perfect, but crayons,
Not,
it's like,
art not perfect.
yeah,
Art is not perfect.
yeah,
Right.
definitely.
It's expression from spirit. It can never be perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. Perfect scale does not exist. Perfection is based on people's individual aspect of understanding, based on their upbringing, and they built that idea of perfection for them. It doesn't exist. It's a disillusionment, and it limits us from seeing our potential. It limits us from possibility because art is not perfect. When we start to understand expression as a way of bringing creativity through, then we get rid of trying to meet the expectations that we want from society. And we start to develop an awareness that it's not about what society wants, it's about my expression having a voice. And those who in society love it, great. And those who don't. And that's okay. Because I am not here to meet the demands of every person's psyche. What I'm here to do is to present my expression as spirit guides me to do so, right? And so you are removing, right, these anchors that have been limiting you from your expression because you're so much thinking, oh, are they going to like it? Are they going to appreciate it? Anytime we ask that question, are they going to like it? Are they going to appreciate it? We've already lost that space within us, that is the little soul that is so powerful, that is like a child. And it's like, I don't really care if they like it or not. I'm going to do it regardless. And that type of defiance is only a truthful way of lifting the veil of illusion that comes from judgment and criticism and fear and lack and limitation, and people who don't put themselves out there because they're still hiding behind that fear, right? So we're here to spark life, passion, and energy into people who have forgotten how to express without fear.
Mm-hmm.
evolution of spirit that is operating and is going to be able to shift the system that we're in right now, because the system we're in right now is called the dysfunctional masculine. It's energy to dominate, dominate, right? And the only way that that's going to be taken down is when people have radical expression. Radical expression means fear with no fear in expression. And that means that you're able to allow your healing self come out, allow the shaman in you to be born, allow the artist in you to speak out, allow your voice, if you want to share wisdoms with the world, to be speaking out. And the ones who are ready for that knowledge, and there'll be those who will be able to obtain it. And the ones who aren't, that's okay.
Mhm. Right. Yeah.
Right?
And
Your spirit, stop focusing on how people are going to perceive you and start perceiving you as being amazing right here, right now.
yeah, definitely. I've been journaling a lot as well, and I feel like it is like centered towards like, um, yeah, definitely like people pleasing. I
In the
didn't.
past, I used to people
Yeah.
please, but now I honor the sacred feminine, and the sacred feminine inside does not people please at all, because it doesn't live in fear of lack.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm so happy that I feel like so light. Like that was definitely like like it like I feel like when you said, "Oh, like this energy feels so weird," that is definitely me. Like that is definitely my spirit. Like that is such like my personality when it comes to like stuff like this. Like it just feels so like what I can't. It's like mind blowing to me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm so happy we got to see you again, my love. Bring in some more people for healing, but I love you much, and I'm here for you. I honor you. I see you. I know who you are.
Mhm.
Appreciate your existence.
Thank you so much, Shaman Durek. I love you too so much. Bye bye. Bye
Darling.
bye.
All right, so we're gonna go live with my beloved sister, Camden. Well, hello, glorious.
Hello.
How
Uh,
are you, darling?
Wonderful. We're with the powerful, beautiful Sarah.
Hello, sister. Mwah. Is the baby with you?
He's sleeping inside.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
We have
Okay. So
the
what thing right now? What are we doing? We're using the bow. What's our plan?
playing with the bountiful, playing with in one of your webinars. I believe it was the last webinar. You talked about a woman wanted to go and win the lottery, and you're like, "How about we win the lottery of life?" And so we've been playing with the energy of being in love with everything in life.
Yeah.
So bringing that and like merging that timeline and really bringing all of this into that is what we're playing
Well,
right now.
let's play with it in a little in another way.
Yeah.
Hold SO in your left hand.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna speak to the SO on your behalf. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. SO, generate the frequency and vibrational field of every single person on the planet who is experiencing a bountiful expression or feeling from something that has given them joy in their life, something that has blessed them in their life, in some place where they feel that they've gotten what they wanted. Then anchor those energies and bring it to her body right now.
Whew. Oh yeah.
So accelerate that frequency, any place within her system where she has not allowed herself to stay in that current of frequency, to maintain that frequency 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Any place where there is a lapse or lag, or any place where there is resistance to feeling that bountiful energy continuously playing out through expressions, through feelings, through events, through people, through experiences. Go ahead and release those energies out of her mouth and throat and clear her system of any dysfunctional energies that are hurting both her mind, her emotions, her body, and her inner child, and any energies that her spirit guides, her ancestors, and any spirits that have been supporting her to clearing.
Oh yeah.
Stronger. So make it even stronger and pull the poisons from the deeper layers of her body into her system, coughs it out uncontrollably, the places inside that have been stagnant and coagulated. As so in her deeper. So all timelines that she has had a physical embodiment, any places where she's been tapping into any of those timelines and using them as reference frequency to this lifetime that's been affecting her, in any karmic frequency patterns or energies that have been recycled. Go ahead and clear those energies out of her system so she is not continuously held into those karmic fields, and release them from her body so that she may experience higher levels of bountiful expression in this embodiment. Wow, you've had a lot of abuse and in a female body in your other lifetimes. One is beheading, another one you were beaten. It's a lot of tr why you've chosen to incarnate into a woman's as a woman in this embodiment, to lift this veil of deception and tyranny against women, and really recalibrate a woman who is fully activated without fear. And so there's a great understanding of why you're utilizing these SOs and why you're accessing these quantum fields of information. I also see horses being a strong connection to your spiritual likeness. It has been in other lifetimes. I'm also picking up on planetary frequencies coming in from Octurians and also Palladians that are very strong. There is a recourse energy. When you were 14 years old, there was a body jump where you jumped from out of your body. So that was also very challenging for you as well. It took years for you to reintegrate. And that was also brought on through a lot of the traumas that your family has constantly played out. Your family is your bloodline is definitely the perfect one you chose for what you've come to do on this planet. There has been some quite some interesting experiences, especially when it comes from the men in your family bloodline. There is such an awakening that has to take place on so many levels that you're actually clearing just by your presence alone. And it's also you stepping into a role of divine wisdom leadership, and so that's been really great. Also, I see that how the SO spirit is supporting you in that journey as well, because it's stepping outside of just being a healer. It's bringing information and technology to a higher format that is actually supporting the awakening of consciousness in a faster pace. So it's really nice to see that. And the energy recourse is a 7, which is great because that means rebuilding structures that are falling apart. So you're letting them fall apart and watching them and going like, yeah, that's supposed to happen. That's got to fall apart. And then you're like, okay, now I can start rebuilding the right structures from those places. So it's really great that the SO is supporting you on this journey. And now you're utilizing the bountiful SO, which is really powerful in really helping us to expand ourselves into possibilities that we didn't know was possible, and opening up doorways of intellect that allow us to choose as a understanding of frequency to live in a bountiful way, because a lot of people don't live in a bountiful way. They live in a, like, it's good one day, it's bad, and one day it's good. It's kind of like this kind of duality, and bountiful is a continuous fluctuation of good things coming and experiencing through your embodiment. So that's really powerful. How do you feel after that experience, my dear?
I am feeling lit. Its body is zinging with electricity. We are feeling the energy. We're outside, so we're allowing the spirits of the trees to support and grounding that energy into anchoring it. Yeah.
And can you show everyone the bountiful SO, so those at home who don't know what we're talking about? This is a quantum energy device that a friend of mine and I created for the purpose of accelerating energy healing, consciousness, and emotional intelligence on the planet. It is operating on multiple scales of evolution, and not just the scale of the humanized aspect of evolution, but what we will become in the very far future and the very near future. And so it has capabilities of pulling up old memories. I mean, there's so many things I can't even tell you. It's just people just gonna have to discover it for themselves. But it's great. And I'm so every time you post a video, I repost your videos if you haven't noticed in my stories, because your wisdom is beautiful and it needs to be shared. And I'm so happy to amplify your voice to the world.
Thank you. I received that, and I'm so excited to continue to explore more with the SOs and the facilitator training, and just expand and do the
Yeah.
things. So
Yeah. Also, being a person who is, supporting others in their SO healings is really important. A friend of mine is over here today, and she used the SO. She did this intense healing on her nervous system, and then she had to go take a nap on the couch. So that's what she's doing right now, actually, as we speak, which is quite good. But it's really nice to see the transformation that happens within people's lives. Even healers who use it, like Reiki masters or whatever, and they realize they amplify their power 10 times higher than what they're used to amplifying. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know this much energy can run through my body. And what I love about it is that once that energy opens, it's open and it stays open. It doesn't like stop, So that's really nice as well.
yes, we say yes to
Yeah.
that. Amazing.
I say yes to that. Absolutely. Sarah, my love, anything you want to add?
Oh, hold on. Hello. Hi.
Hi, darling.
No, I just think it is so incredible to witness what she just did with the optimizer, and the fact that you literally, I mean, you can go create so much in your life, right?
Mm.
But utilizing the spirit of the technology of the SO. And I think that I'm just grounding my energy. That was intense. I was over there like, yeah, let's do it. This, and I think that,
Well, you can use the SO with the trees and where you're at too, and call on the spirit of the tree to educate you and to bring wisdoms into your being, which is very powerful. And it's a way of the sage, and it's really powerful.
yeah. And you know what? When you have an optimizer, it doesn't matter what color you're called to. The fact that you can pull in different frequencies and heal faster and move energy a lot quicker is everything. I mean, even just the session that you just did with that beautiful beloved soul, if she had the optimizer in her hand to be able to like, let's go, right? And increasing your powers and staying lit on a daily basis, and your communication with the quantum field on a daily basis. Yeah, I mean, it's just everything.
Yeah, and with animals, I have a woman who uses her SO with her horses, her cats, her dogs. I have people who use SO with their family members and hospitals. The amount of transformational energy that people have shared with me in their letters from around the world has been so amazing, to people just sharing with me like the way it's touched their lives. So I'm just really happy. I'm happy to create things that support humanity and help people to grow and recognize their power, because that's what it's about, right? Like I always say, there's no hierarchy in the spirit world. We're here to serve, we're here to learn from one another, share with one another, and rejoice and experience this beautiful, bountiful experience of life on this planet.
Mm-hmm. Utilizing it as a new mother with a brand new soul in this lifetime, and seeing the energies. I mean, I was utilizing the light bringer yesterday and just connecting into his nervous system and connecting in with the trees. And, he's 3 months old and he's yawning and he's sleeping through the night at 3 months,
Yep.
just, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There is a amazing. Like for women who are pregnant, our mothers who just became mothers, our children in general, the SO has helped so many children with their like nervous conditions, like with all of their sleeping disorder, like fear, like anything that like children have been having, like these kind of like stress and everything. Even people who've had like children who are disruptive or like have spirits that have been affecting them, making them angry and aggressive, have noticed that their aggression has gone away and they've been at more peace and a more harmonized energy. So it's really beautiful to see how quantum energy and that space that we create for with the SO can really harmonize our human experience on Earth.
Yeah. And those of you that have an SO, we want to hear from you and want to see like how you're playing with it, what you're doing with it. So make sure that you're following the SO Instagram and connecting with us and messaging us. I think that just to, really impact more lit leaders on this planet, we need to hear from you.
Anyone who has any questions about SOs, please, Sarah, please let people know how they can reach you. Can you please put your information up right now so that we can just pin that? Sarah has been training in shamanism with me for how many years now?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
6, 7, 8,
that
probably.
8 years, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, years. And I just love how you've grown in your powers and you're just standing in who you are and with your husband and you're and being a newborn mother and just really holding that space for community, building community. You built such a huge community, and it's just been wonderful to watch, the power and energy that you wield. It's so wonderful. And also seeing that you're a woman on the planet who's activating her space in her intelligence. And we need more of that. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. Love
I
you.
love
Love everyone. Bye.
Bye. Ah, what a beautiful little drop in. I love that. So wonderful. If you want more information on the SO and you want to know how you can become an SO practitioner, we have a training course coming up if you want to start building your own income on the side, or it's taking clients and really being able to utilize your gifts in more beautiful ways. You can reach Sarah Ashley Willer, and she will be able to direct you in the way that will support you. Let's see. I would love to come up. Okay, let's take a look. And let's see. Flowing waters. Nice pick me, please. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me stress this. Okay. Hello?
Hello, my love.
Can't see you. What's going on?
I see you.
Well, the volume can see. So as you know, I've been, I've been in the healing temples and the webinars for tapping into the divine feminine within me, right?
How has that been?
my like there's been a lot of anger coming up and
You know what that anger is, right?
it's my distorted masculine.
So the anger
Wanting to
up for you is the anger of why didn't we get told this when we were young? And why did I make all those choices and mistakes? And again, this is about you getting out of self-flagellation. We've talked
yes.
about this before. It's about you coming out of, I need to beat up on myself for not having this figured out before.
Yes.
Your mistakes were necessary. Your choices were necessary to bring you to where you are today.
That's one of the things that I know I'm being invited to really remind myself. And
Daily.
yes, daily. um, and just like I feel that like in my throat too. And yeah, so one of the questions I have, is, is there anything like that you can see in like my files where I can accelerate like stepping into the divine feminine?
Yes, of course. Let me tap into, let me, when I tap in, let me talk to the divine feminine in myself and also in you. Um, what is the situation that's occurring for him to tap into his more of his energy of his divine feminine? So, one of the things that the divine feminine said is that you still have a belief or a fear that you stepping into more of your divine feminine will change the way people see you or perceive you, or if they'll take advantage of you or, try to misuse their power on you. And Spirit is saying that it's really important for you to understand that divine feminine is not weak. And this is what we have to kind of get into your understanding with the masculine part that is still distorted. The divine feminine has never been weak. The divine feminine is the part of the being that knows the truth, is the truth, and always will speak the truth because it doesn't care what people think. It doesn't care about your childhood. It doesn't care if you like me or if you don't like me. The divine feminine just is wisdom. It is the unknown. It is the place that people feel most uncomfortable because they don't want to hear the truth of truth, right? So that is the divine feminine, and it doesn't vacillate because other people are uncomfortable. It actually celebrates people's uncomfortableness because it's a part of their evolutionary growth. And sometimes we have to shake it to wake it, right? And so what is happening is what they're saying is for you to tap into it more is get out of this idea of, you get too caught up in the how versus just into the feeling of, right? And the feeling of, like, let's say, for instance, you're going into any situation. Notice how I speak to people when you hear me speak to you now, or in webinars, or in the healing temples, or in my private sessions. I don't play with my words. I don't need to butter you up or, kind of like make you feel comfortable because you're afraid of what I'm going to like, because I'm afraid that you're going to get mad at me because I say something. I don't care because my divine feminine is not here for your applause. My divine feminine is here to serve those who are willing to see the power that lies within them. And so, therefore, the nurturing quality, the compassion quality, and all that is there to support you, but I'm not going to baby you as well. I'm going to give you the space to recognize your power. That's the divine feminine. It's the part of your being that knows the truth, is the truth, and is not going to sit there and play to make other people comfortable. Just that.
That definitely makes sense. Um,
How you just started coughing as I was saying that?
yes, yeah.
Man, that you came out of a family with a very distorted masculine energy. And that distorted masculine has created a balance because you've chosen to really evolve in this lifetime. And I'm so proud of you because you have been so dedicated to your evolution and you have been so forthright in your connection to community through the lit vibe, through the healing temples, through the webinars, So you have to acknowledge all that you're doing for yourself and celebrate you the way we celebrate you in the tribe. Now, it's important for you to realize that you are here to be an ally for women, like I'm here as an ally for women. We have to hold the divine feminine up in as a reflection in society and honor the divine feminine in women as well, right? And so when we see women who are not operating in the divine feminine, they're operating in the distorted masculine because they think that's what they have to do in order to survive. We have to say, like, no, I'm sorry that whoever hurt you or put you in a position where you feel you have to operate in that way. You don't. I'm here to hold space for your divine intelligence. I'm here to listen to your wisdom. I'm here to honor your space until you feel comfortable to step into that space. And that's the energy that we're wielding on the planet right now. And you are a part of that. So celebrate that, my love. And that means you're stepping more into your divine feminine by acknowledging it, not by going, Am I doing it good? Am I doing it enough? Am I doing it right? Those questions are all from the masculine.
It's
The
more about being
oh,
mentally.
that you're stepping in. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes. I
You're getting emotional. I can see it in your colors went green and blue and then all of a sudden moved to pink, which means your emotions are being activated. And that's a part of your divine feminine.
yeah, I definitely feel her. So thank you, Shaman Durek, for your love, brother. I really do appreciate you. And thank you everyone else who also came up to help.
I am here to serve you and to love you. And I see your potential and I know who you are. Continue to keep shining and remember how great you are. And don't let anyone or any words ever tell you otherwise.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Oh, it has been such a wonderful, wonderful live. I know there was one more person. I think it was something called River Flowing Waters. Okay. We're going to go here. You said, why are you so tired? You're tired because you're overthinking and putting too much energy into other people's spaces. And your body needs time to rest, my dear. Too much emotional stuff you're holding on to from loss in your family. And I just put on the river one, and I guess it didn't come through. It would be lovely to meet with you one day as well. That would be absolutely divine. Why does my body feel so tired? Your body feels tired because you're taking in so much energy from the world around you and creating this feeling of, it's like this feeling like you have to force yourself forward instead of being gentle with that. That's why your body's tired, my dear. Yeah, I pushed on you and I said go live and you declined it. So I'll do it one more time and then I have to move on, my dear.
Hello, Shaman.
Hello, my.
How are you?
I'm absolutely divine now that I'm here with you. How are you, Silent?
I am beyond blessed. First of all, I've been following you for 6 or 7 years when you were like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I've just been following you for so long and I'm really on a spiritual journey myself.
Yes.
To heal so many old wounds within myself.
Okay.
And it makes me emotional.
Let's get clarity here, okay? You're not healing old wounds. What you are doing is you are learning to stop being the people in your own behavior who created those wounds.
Yes.
You understand? There's no such thing as healing old wounds. There's no such thing as the hurt inner child. There's no such thing of any of those things. Actually, this month's webinar is all about clearing all of that. But this whole understanding, or the next month's webinar for, I think it's July, this understanding of you saying I'm healing old wounds. When I listen to your spirit inside, this is what I hear. I hear, I'm not clearing old wounds, Shaman Durek. That's what she keeps saying. I am asking her to stop the behaviors that caused her those wounds and complete them.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Stopping the behavior.
Stop the behavior that you saw done to you when you were young and then still doing to yourself.
Yes, I do see that.
Because you're way too powerful to be playing into those energies anymore. There's no old wounds. It's you making a decision to stop being hard on yourself.
Mm.
Your being has had enough. It said, I cannot live under the pressure that she puts It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't make you feel motivated at all. It actually takes away your motivation because it makes you feel like you're never doing enough, and no matter what you do, it's never enough. And how can you constantly feel like that? It's because of the pressure you're putting on yourself. You're not here to feel pressure. You're here to feel joy. You're here to feel love. You're here to feel expansion. You're here to feel held and appreciated and valued and seen. And all that comes from you.
Wow. Very beautiful. I do feel I wear a busy badge.
Yeah, we know you're a busybody. And that's why when you're exhausted, you're exhausted. You're like,
Right.
because you burn yourself out. And what is the busy badge for? I mean, what? I mean, you can be a love collector, but is that love qualified to the true nature of your being?
Right.
Because the only person who can ever love you without expecting anything of you is the creator. It's the mother in heaven and father in heaven that loves you infinitely.
That's already within me.
Yes. And that's waiting on you to ask them the question, to ask them many questions.
Mm.
And do you see how your being is already adjusting? Let's find out. I'm going to run your energy through my system and feel what you feel. You're opening up I'm opening up my wisdom gates right now. I can feel it, Shaman Durek. A lot of the things that you're saying is making sense to me because I am now starting to piece the puzzles together that I have been making so difficult for me to see. I kept looking at it as this wound that never goes away, when in truth, it's actually a behavior that I'm doing to myself that's actually making it not go away. And it's just my spirit saying, hey, you're doing this same thing that this person did to you and it doesn't feel good, so let's stop doing it. But really the reason why I'm doing it, because I'm trying to meet what I think other people want me to meet, because I'm worried about them. I carry so much worry, and I don't want to be this person who's worrying for every single person, because what I'm actually doing is calling in the very thing that I'm worrying about, and that doesn't serve my power at all. So I'm clearing that out of my body right now, and it feels so good to finally let that go. Interesting.
Interesting is right. And I think that's where the tears are coming from.
Yes, of course. I'm releasing all the emotions out right now that you've been stuffing inside of your body that has caused your body to hold on to weight in areas that you haven't been able to let go of, because you've been holding on to all of these emotions because you love this world so much, but you feel so much pain for the people and worry so much. And that's why I'm releasing it all out right now. And I stop letting out this poison because it's been just eating at me from inside. It's been really causing a lot of stress and anxiety inside of my body, and that's why I'm letting it go right now. There's no way that you could ever think that you could change the way people behaved in your childhood and think that any of those behaviors had anything to do with you. They were operating out of fear, and you knew it, but you continued to try to meet their expectations when you knew their expectations were never ever going to be met. And that's the reason why I'm releasing some dark poison out of my mouth right now.
Ah.
I'm clearing so much out of my mouth right now that it just keeps coming out. My body is coughing out all these deep poisons that I've been storing in and around my liver. It's been way too much, and it's now ready to come out. And that's why I'm coughing it out of my system uncontrollably. I can feel the entity that's trying to stop me from releasing it because it thinks it can hold it inside my body, but it can't. It has no power over me. And I've made that decision now. And that's why it's not going to get in my way of coughing out this poison. Entity, I see you and I know where you're hiding. And I'm sending you directly into the light of love until you transform back into your original form and ascend and align with my highest truth of love. I'm not going to have you stand in my way when I need to release things out of my mouth and throat and clear out of my body. And that's why I'm releasing a huge amount right now. And boy, is it intense.
Ooh, my head hurts.
My head hurts because my body's, the part of me has been trying to restrict, is now releasing. And my head is going to get lighter and lighter as it is right now. This is allowing me to yawn the deepest yawn and release the pressure in my head and my neck. It feels really good to yawn these yawns out. Oh my God, I've been waiting for these yawns for so long. I'm coughing 20 times and releasing the deeper poisons out of my mouth and throat and yawning out everything that doesn't belong to me. Every yawn and every cough is releasing deeper layers of poisons that have been affecting my mind, my emotions, my body, and my soul, which is my inner child. It feels really good to let it go, Shaman Durek. I can feel the yawns and the coughs coming, and it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and I can't even stop it, even when I'm trying to, because that spirit just went into the light. It feels so good to release all energy out of my system. And spirit shock her body at 100,000 with electricity. Break up any coagulations and release it out of her mouth and throat. Clean her deep, spirit. Clean her deeper. Deeper spirits. Shock her again at 100,000 with electricity and release more poisons from her body. Mm-hmm. Release the energy stronger through her system. Mm-hmm. Purge the poisons out of her that she's been holding on to, that's been causing obstructions in her life. Masasa. Release it out of her mouth now. Stronger spirits. Kanunan. Kanunalita nunu kahabalili kusudu. Akudi alamewa. Release that out of her mouth and throat, spirits. Release that akudi alamewa out of her mouth. Can't have that poison in there. Mm-hmm. Jata uka uteki. Release that out of her stomach. Yes.
Whew.
That feel amazing.
It does feel amazing. It was a little scary for a moment.
Scary? Like what? What's scary? Really? What? The unknown? What's scary? You're a monster in the room. You're the being of light. You're a power of God. You're a being of infinite possibilities. Nothing has power over you. There's nothing scary.
Right. Wrong choice of words.
You know it was.
Definitely. Wow. Like, that power, that energy throughout my whole body from my head to my toes. Whew. What craziness baggage to carry around. There's no need.
It doesn't serve you on any level.
No. I'm burping a little.
That's called gas. I talk about it in my book.
Okay.
It's the energy that darkness uses so that they can use you as a puppet.
Oh. Wow. I definitely feel better.
Yeah, you're going through a spiritual detox right now. It's really nice to see.
I needed this.
It's a pleasure to serve you, my dear, and to honor your sacred grace.
Oh my goodness. I so needed this. This is like the ultimate gift.
Well, it's a gift directly from our Mother, Father, God. I am a servant of the light, and it's a pleasure to serve you.
Exchanging love with you feels like a miracle to me.
I love you so much, sweetheart. I'd give you the biggest hug ever.
Feels like a miracle. I am just, I think I released, but filled up with gratitude.
I,
Wow.
I exist. For the time that I'm here to serve you and to hold space for your divine intelligence.
Oh, you are a saint. I love you
I love,
so much.
thank you. I received that.
I really do. I feel it. Whew. Ugh, so beautiful. Oh, yay. Thank you. I probably will be coughing up for a while.
Yes, you probably will. Make sure you get some warm teas or hot water afterwards. Nothing cold.
Okay.
I love you, sweetheart.
I love you. Thank you so much. Blessings. I'm not sure how to exit.
You just hit the X in the corner.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, that was lovely. And I'm so happy I got to show up for all of you today. It gives me great joy to be and hold space for each of your wisdoms and divine intelligence and sharing information with you that supports you to grow and see the amazing being that you are. If you are interested in accessing more information, please, please, please come on to our webinar that's coming up soon, or any of our healing temples, or you can also sign up on our Lit Vibe activation app, which activates your powers, your intelligence, your energies, so that you can continue to live a lit leader life. I will be on again for more lives. Until then, I'll see you, but I have to go now, and I love you. And it's been a wonderful pleasure to be here with you. Mwah. I'll see you later. Bye.